Angel.
Hello, how are you, everybody? I had prepared a intro because I want to give Meghan her flowers while she's here. So thank you so much, new author. Welcome to the Festival of Books, everybody. I'm Angel Jennings, and I'm a journalist at the LA Times. For years, I covered LA's Black communities where mothers and others shared their stories with me. And now I oversee culture and talent. I am so excited to talk to Meghan about her new book, which comes out on Tuesday, Dear Future Mamas, a TMI guide to pregnancy, birth, and new motherhood from Your Bestie. We all know Meghan Trainor, the singer-songwriter with the catchy songs that we just cannot get out of our heads. She blasted on the scene in 2014 with her mega hit, All About That Bass. Since then, she has topped the charts. She has sold millions of records. She's won a Grammy. And now she's an author. But the title that she holds most dear to her heart, much like me, is Mama. Thank you so much, and welcome to the LA Times Festival of Book stage, Meghan.
That's so beautiful.
Oh my gosh, it's such a pleasure to be here with you. And thank you for being brave and bearing your soul in this book. Honestly, I've never felt more seen than the book, reading your book and seeing your words in this pages. Like, you went through it all. You told us about the random aches, the traumas that sometimes come along with childbirth, and just the juggling act us mamas face as we try to balance it all. So thank you for being such an open book and so transparent.
You're a pro. You practice this. You're so good and prepared. Oh my God. Yeah, thanks.
Yes, of course. This is such a pleasure for me to be here. I know that Riley, your son, inspired this book. But what was the WTF moment where you were like, I gotta write this book now?
Probably when I had gestational diabetes, when I was diagnosed with that. Pew, 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 look at us. and I did so much research, and there was like nothing online. And my first thought was, I love you. My first thought was like, we need to make an app. We need to make this easier. Because they provide you with like a nutritionist to help you with your gestational diabetes, and I was still lost, and I was like accidentally giving myself the keto flu, and I felt horrible, and I was like, there's just not enough answers for us out there. And then later on with like a breech baby and a C-section and all this crazy stuff that wasn't like a fairy tale way of giving birth, I was like, I gotta tell someone about this too, because this wasn't fun, you know? And the more I talk about stuff and I'm vulnerable, the more that, I don't know, I connect with my fans, and it makes me feel less alone when they're like, same girl, you know?
You're right, there's not enough information out there. Like for centuries, it seems like more like decades, every mom kind of turned to what to expect when you're expecting. And this to me felt like the new age book for the moms of the social media era where there's all these pressures for the gender reveal and for the cute photos when sometimes you just don't feel good about yourself.
Yeah, I didn't do a baby shower or any of that. I took photos in my backyard with my older brother. Sorry, Ryan, for scarring you forever. Yeah, I don't know. I was just like, please don't make me do a baby shower. And I haven't done one with this pregnancy either, but yeah.
It seemed like you was destined to write this book. That opening scene with you as a 7th grader,
yes,
helping to deliver a baby,
yes,
walk me through that.
I was 12 years old, and I visited my aunt while she was giving birth to my cousin. And I was obsessed. They forgot I was in the room, to be frank. And then the contractions started, and I was like, and they were like, wait, Meghan's still here. And then they gave me a speech like, can you mature really fast? You're gonna see everything. And I was like, I can do it. And then I was like on her other leg with my mom, and I was like, 10, 9. And I cut the cord and everything, and I was like, I'm gonna be a doctor. But that didn't work out.
You are a doctor. You are soothing our souls with them songs, and now you're giving us vital information. You brought in so many voices in this book, from your dietitian to your OBGYN. Even your husband had passages in there which is so beautiful to connect the dots from all the support system that one would hope to have a healthy, happy pregnancy. Walk me through some of the research for this book. Of course, Riley was source material #1.
Well, I have an amazing team of women, and I know not everyone's blessed and privileged enough to get all those women in their lives, and I just wanted to steal their information and share it to everyone. And I asked them nicely, like, can you just do a little paragraph from my book? And they are in every single chapter. They have a paragraph. They had to do a lot of work. I have my dietitian in there who helped me with amazing recipes for if you do have gestational diabetes, or if you don't. I wish I had her when I was going through it. I didn't. And then I have an amazing personal trainer who is pregnant with me and is certified to work with pregnant women. And I was like, dude, you got to put this in an app. And she's doing that right now while she's pregnant. She's showing all her cute moves. But we have pictures and full workouts that are safe to do. I've been doing them throughout both my pregnancies now. And then I have my actual doctor, my OBGYN, Dr. Sulky, and she's a queen, and she took care of me, and so I put her all in this book. And she did my C-section surgery, and she's going to do my second one, you know. And then we have Daddy Daryl, who is a king, who's all over this book. Anytime you hear me going crazy, he jumps in and goes, yeah, this is when I hated YouTube. And, and then I give him an entire chapter. I was like, we need to just hear from you what it's like. And his whole thing was he didn't realize that he was going above and beyond. And he thought that was sad. He's like, I feel like everyone should be at least this supportive, if not more. So he was shocked when everyone's like, you're a hero. He's like, what do you mean? I was just like there, you know?
And that's what I think is so important about this book. It's like an empowerment book. It's a handbook and a guideline for some questions you can ask, some materials to think about, whether it's from finance to childcare to trying to like navigate the complex system.
I have an incredible co-writer, Nora McInerney, who's the brains of this book, and did all the incredible research. And even down to like if you have friends that are going through miscarriages while you're pregnant at the same time, which is literally happening to me in this second pregnancy, of like, here's how you can approach that friend, here's how you could be helpful, here's like words you can say and questions you can ask, and it's just brilliant. And she did all the research on what it's like healthcare in America and how terrifying it is, and how like here's how you can start planning and talk to your partner of, I'm thinking about kids, where should we start, how should we prepare for this financially?
You talk about mental health struggles pre and post pregnancy in your book. First of all, thank you for sharing that. We need to normalize care for the whole mom, mind, body, and spirit.
Mama.
But in this motherhood journey, you talked about you had postpartum post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yeah, I didn't know I had that. I just, I knew that my C-section wasn't like super cute, and I knew that like when my baby first came out, there was no cry, and I knew like that's the one thing you want when baby gets out. And they took him right to the NICU, so I got to like look at him, touch him, and then he was gone. And in the elevator, I just found out that the other day I asked my husband that they were asking him like, so if he doesn't make it, what are your religious beliefs and how? And I was like, dang, you went through all that. Like, we should break that down for you. Like, are you okay? Wow. And he's like, I'm good now, yeah. But I didn't know any of that was happening. I was like getting some back together again. What was the point of this story?
Just talking about mental health struggles.
Yes, so he came out with respiratory distress, which happens, it's very, they told me after, like, this is common with C-section, it's traumatic for the baby too. And I was like, if it's so common, why didn't I know about it? And the NICU nurses looked right at me and were like, oh, were you on antidepressants? And I was like, yes, but they were safe and approved for everyone, and they were told me it was fine. And they're like, well, that's probably why he's here. And then every other doctor was like, there's no science that backs it up. It's messed up that they looked at you and pointed to you. And you're like drugged up, miserable, in pain, just trying to hope your kid's alive. And they're like, it's because you were on antidepressants. And you're like, oh, I hate all of this. So that was another big moment where I was like, I need to speak up about this and make others feel less alone, because this sucked. And I want to put this all in my book.
And it's so important to unpack those moments for yourself and process.
And when I would come home and like, you blame yourself. All the mom guilt started day one. I was like, well, it's my fault. I should have got off of them. Like, but I never had depression in my entire pregnancy. I never had postpartum depression. But I did at nighttime when the pain would kick in. I would be like, I'm still on that table. I'm still there. And I would like cry myself to sleep just because that was so scary for me. I've never had stitches before. So, and then my therapist was like, yeah, that's like slight PTSD and we need to work through that. And I was like, oh, right. Like I didn't realize how bad that C-section was. And I'm going round 2 again. It's gonna be great. They're not all like that, you know? So that's why I was like, oh, I want to talk about this one and make sure someone else who has that doesn't feel so alone.
Well, thank you for sharing that story. And for those who don't know, Meghan is expecting her second child. Look at that cute bum.
She's 7 months.
She is 7 months
She's got
pregnant.
a piece in round 2.
How are you feeling, and how is this pregnancy different?
Much better now. In the first pregnancy, I gained my 15 COVID, you know? So I went in at my heaviest in that pregnancy, and I just felt like miserable and bigger than ever and stretching, and the stretch marks came and took over. And in this pregnancy, I had my dietitian after that. So I had such a better relationship with food and with working out that I started, I don't know if this makes sense, but I was like 185 pounds when I got pregnant with Riley. And on this pregnancy, I was 155 pounds when I got pregnant with this one. So, and because I'm eating so much better, I guess, and I changed the science of my body, I don't have gestational diabetes this round. Pew, pew, pew. So yeah, I'm a new woman, and I can like work. After this book release, though, I'm done. It's a wrap. I'm gonna lay down.
Well, I have a treat for the audience. We're going to hear some pages and a passage.
Are y'all
from
boiling
Meghan.
alive? Are you okay?
Sorry.
Oh, I love
Yes.
you, Queen. Okay, yeah, they want to make me read, so bear with me. Here we go. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the very end, you know? So I'll explain as I go. Dear new mama, I see you, the messy bun, the leggings that have just a little puke on them, the sore shoulders, the full heart that sometimes feels like it could break from all the love it's holding. I see you on the sleepless nights and the slow, perfect mornings. I see you on the days when you think, wait, I'm a mom? Are you sure I can do this? You can, and you are. You're doing it and doing it like only you can. And if you ever feel yourself slipping down a rabbit hole of comparison, which is what I do, while you're on Instagram, stop and come back to this page. Nobody has it all figured out. Nobody has the perfect life. A lot of people are cropping out the real shit and filtering it out. We're only at the beginning of this road, and there's so much more to come. I'm learning to live with the uncertainty and to find beauty in the in-between of it all. Whatever motherhood brings you, I hope that you know that you're worthy and capable, beautiful and strong. Your husband isn't lying to you, I promise, because he would compliment me at my lowest lows, and I was like, you're lying. I wish you a strong support network and a partner willing to change your diaper, because he changed mine every day. I wish you a healthy pregnancy and a healthy baby. I wish you a magical skin-to-skin hour with your beautiful baby, because I didn't get that, but I hope I get that with this one. I wish you strong nipples and long naps and boobies overflowing with breast milk, because I had no milk in mine. You got this, mama. I'm right here with you. It's not always easy, and it's not always going to be cute, but it is always, always worth it. With love, your bestie, Meghan Trainor. Pew, pew, pew.
What an amazing ode to the mamas out there who are just struggling and quietly just doing the work. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We do.
Thank you. Thanks for burning in the sun for me. I love you all so much.